Hey guys, my name is Joshua. Welcome to Can You Lift? In this video, I'm here by myself and I'm doing the part 2 to our bulking series, which we did part 1 last time, and there are only 2 parts. So the first topic I'm going to cover is struggles while bulking. So a common struggle is when you're not gaining weight. So this usually happens to people who have very fast metabolisms or play a lot of sports, and this causes them to burn a lot of calories that they cannot eat enough in order to gain weight. So the answer to this is simply to eat more, and if you cannot eat more than you're already eating, then I recommend you eat higher calorie foods. So something you can do is adding peanut butter to your fruits and vegetables. Things like that, and just in general, eating higher calorie foods is going to help you get the calories you need in to start gaining weight. Another common struggle is feeling sluggish. This usually comes from eating too many carbs while bulking. So if this happens to you, something you can do is increase your fat intake and decrease your carb intake so that you're eating the same amount of calories you would, but with less carbs and more fat. That's going to help you feel less sluggish. So this next section of the video is my top 10 favorite foods for bulking, and I'm going to tell you why I like them and why you should start eating them. So food number 1 is eggs. This food is cheap, high in protein, and it's also high in the nutrients, especially in the yolk, that are going to help you build the hormones that you need to build muscle. This food is pretty easy to cook. If you don't know how to cook eggs, just watch a video on YouTube or watch your mom cook them. I usually eat 4 of these every single day. Food number 2 is white rice. White rice is a great source of carbs, and it digests quickly, so you can eat it before you work out. I recommend making rice in large portions so that every time you want to eat it, if you don't have time to cook, it's easily accessible. Food number 3 is avocados. Avocados are high in healthy fats, which is a great source of calories for your bulk. Food number 4 is sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes, like rice, is a great source of carbs. You can kind of mix those two up for your carb sources, and you can eat them with the skin on for extra fiber. Food number 5 is peanuts or peanut butter. Peanuts are a great source of protein and calories. And the advantage of peanut butter over peanuts is that it's very easy to eat more of compared to peanuts, and it goes well with things like apples, bananas, carrots, and celery. Food number 6 is red meat. Whether beef, pork, or lamb, red meat is great for bulking. The reason for this is that it has great fat and it has lots of protein in it. So if you have the opportunity to visually select your meat, then what you want to look for is you want to look for the red meat, especially if it's beef, that has like the white lines, like the white marbly lines. That's going to have good fat in it. When I cook my red meat by myself, I usually cook it in a pan with butter. Food number 7 is lentils. So red lentils are a good source of carbs, and they do have a decent amount of protein in them. Depending on how much protein you've eaten throughout the day, you might have to add another protein source on top of it. But if you've eaten a lot of protein throughout the day, you can just eat lentils mixed with white rice. I usually like that. Also, green grams, red lentils, or green lentils are all good lentils to eat. Food number 8 is oats. Oats are a great source of carbs, and they can be eaten for a pre-workout meal. Oatmeal is very easy to make. You can simply put oats and water in a pot and let it boil. You can add things like cinnamon, cocoa powder, milk, and honey in your oatmeal to get more calories in and to make it better tasting. Food number 9 is bananas. Bananas are one of the fruits highest in carbs and fructose, and they also have many other vitamins that are great for bulking up and putting on muscle. As I said before, bananas and peanut butter is a great snack. Food number 10 is dates. Dates are high in carbs and fibers, and they're a good snack option if you're struggling to get all your calories in, as they're pretty high in calories for their size. So this next section of the video is on how to structure a bulking meal, and I'm going to give you some examples of bulking meals. So the first thing I'm going to talk about are the components that you need in your meal. So there are 4 things that you must have in each meal. Number 1 is a protein source. So a protein source is something like eggs, meat, yogurt, beans, that kind of thing. So you need protein to build muscle. as you do need other things, but you do need protein. Food type number 2 is carbs. So carbs are things like oats, bread, potatoes, rice, stuff like that. Those are some common carbs. So carbs, like protein, are also essential for building muscle and putting on weight. The next vital food type for bulking is vegetables or fruit. I like to eat fruit with breakfast and throughout the day. Vegetables are also important. Both are going to help with your digestion, and they're going to be extra carbs to help you reach your caloric intake goal. Food type number 4 is water. Water is essential for putting on muscle, just as all of the other food groups that I mentioned earlier. You should be drinking at least 8 glasses of water per day, depending on how much you sweat. I usually like to drink water with my meals because if I try to drink it throughout the day, then I usually forget. So now I'm going to give you some examples of bulking meals. So let's say your weightlifting session is in the afternoon and your cardio session is either before breakfast or after your weightlifting session. With those circumstances, here are 3 good bulking breakfasts. Bulking breakfast number 1, whole eggs, oatmeal, 1 medium banana, 2 glasses of water. Bulking breakfast number 2, whole eggs, sweet potatoes, avocado, 1 apple, and 2 glasses of water. Bulking breakfast number 3 is whole eggs, brown bread, avocado, you can make avocado toast with those 2, and 2 glasses of water. Now under the same circumstances as the 3 breakfasts I just gave you, here are 3 good lunches. Now remember, since your weightlifting session is in the afternoon, the lunches are pre-workout meals. So I recommend eating these lunches 1 to 3 hours before your workout. Meal number 1, T-bone steak, white rice, broccoli, and 2 glasses of water. Meal number 2, fish fillet, white rice, corn, and 2 glasses of water. Meal number 3, lentils, rice, and 2 glasses of water. Now under the same circumstances as the breakfasts and lunches, here are 2 pre-workout snacks that you can eat around 10 minutes before your workout. Snack number 1 is 2 medium bananas. You can eat these with peanut butter on, but that's optional. And snack number 2 is 10 dates. Now, under those same circumstances, here are 3 good dinners for bulking. Dinner number 1, ground beef, lentils, avocado, and 2 glasses of water. Meal number 2, pork fillet, sweet potatoes, sour cream or cottage cheese on the sweet potatoes, green beans, and 2 glasses of water. Meal number 3, beef fillet, brown rice, broccoli and corn, and 2 glasses of water. Now remember, you don't have to use these exact meals. You can take the examples from these meals and make your own, and also feel free to eat whatever your mom makes for your bulk. Just eat a lot more of it if it's lower calorie stuff. So now I'm going to be talking about different meals for different times of day. When you're on a bulk, or a cut for that matter, or any diet, all your meals should not be the exact same. Not only should you vary up the types of foods you eat to make sure you're getting different nutrients, the needed ones in your body, but also it's going to vary depending on when your workout is and when your cardio session is. So your pre-workout and post-workout meals should be high in carbs. Now your pre-workout meals should contain carbs that digest quickly and easily, and your post-workout meal can contain more complex carbs that take longer to digest. Bulking progress is this next section. So when it comes to bulking progress, you may or may not see the difference with your physique in the mirror, depending on how easy it is for you to gain weight with how much you're eating. Therefore, the best way to see your progress is by taking a photo every week. That's going to allow you to be able to track your progress over several months. You might not see a significant gain each week, but over the course of several months, you will see some gains. If your weight and your physique have no difference at all in 2 weeks, that means you're doing something wrong, which in most cases is going to be not eating enough calories to gain weight. Now I'm going to talk about how long your bulk should be. So this is going to depend on your genetics and how fat or what body fat percentage you're at when you start your bulk and when you end. So let's say you start bulking at 15% body fat, and in 8 months of bulking, you go up to 20% body fat. In most cases, that's a good time to stop your bulk. Now let's say you're skinny, you're at 8% body fat, and you go up to 15% in 1 year. Now it's been a whole year, your body's probably gone through a lot of changes, and with your genetics, because you're genetically skinnier, you'll probably feel sluggish at around 18 to 20% body fat. This is probably a good time to stop bulking before you get to a point where you're feeling sluggish and your hormones crash. A common mistake people make when they're bulking is as soon as they see a little bit of fat on their stomach, all of a sudden they're like, I'm getting fat, I need to cut. So after like 2 weeks of bulking, they cut for 1 week. And that is not a good bulk. You want to do more of a long-term bulk. And if you bulk, you are going to gain fat. If you do it right with the directions that we gave you, then it should be mostly muscle, but you will gain fat while you're bulking. So don't worry about it. You can always cut after your bulk, but after a couple weeks of bulking, don't just cut because you see a little bit of fat. Bulking is a great way to build muscle and strength, and if done properly, it can be life-changing. If you like this video, don't forget to give it the thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more videos like this. See you here again next time.